It's only a few questions, I'm sure you won't mind. Some years ago, we published an account of a curious interview with you conducted by one Betty Epps, a young part-time tennis professional who was also a special assignments editor for the Baton Rouge Advocate. Now, in the spring of the previous year, she had persuaded her managing editor, much against his better judgment, to let her spend her summer vacation trying to interview you. Now, she flew to Boston, rented a sky blue Pinto, and drove into the Green Mountains to Windsor. She wrote you a letter when she left at the Windsor post office knowing you would get it. You did get it, didn't you? And you do have some recollection of a sky blue Pinto, don't you? Well, in the letter she said she was a budding scientist, needed some advice, a great admirer, of course that she was tall, with green eyes and blonde hair, and that at 9:30 the next morning she would wait by the covered bridge in her blue dress in her sky blue Pinto for 30 minutes before heading back to Louisiana. Now, you may remember that something in her letter touched you in some way. The effort she'd gone through, the green eyes, the blonde hair, the blue dress, whatever, and that you'd gone down over the river to see her. Now, you leaned in the car window and she had time for 7 or 8 questions. Did you consciously opt for a high-profile career, or did you just drift into it? Why didn't you just publish your work under a pseudonym? Will you ever publish again? What are you hiding from? What are you afraid of? Before you realized she was actually a reporter on the prowl, and abruptly you turned back for the covered bridge. Why are you running from us? We are only frogs. We're here to help. I want to start out by saying that I hate hero worship. I think it is anti-American. I don't understand, frankly, why people drool over you. If I were you, I'd be a bit scared. How long exactly has it been since you last addressed the public, sir? Do you have any recollection of the last time you spoke on record?
I don't know.
Do you think reclusive behavior is a genetic trait you've inherited?
Sure.
This isn't going very well, is it, Professor?
I guess not.
Does the term "throw me a bone" mean anything to you? May I use it?
I'm not a big fan of hostility, sir.
This isn't hostility, Professor. I'm only trying to do my job. My job is to ask you questions. Can you be receptive to those questions, Professor? Max. Can I call you Max? Yes?
Yes.
Good. I'll start again. You know how long you've been hiding away, Professor?
Let's not talk about that.
What do you mean, let's not talk about that?
Exactly what I've said.
But that is precisely what we're here to discuss.
Well, at least leave me with the illusion that you haven't been outside counting the minutes.
Nobody's been counting any minutes, sir. We've got things to take care of just as you do. And no one's interested in making this difficult. So my advice, if you're in the business of taking advice, is not to make this difficult, okay?
Okay.
You're a little difficult to find. You're a little tricky to get a hold of. We have to talk about that. I mean, don't you think leaving it alone would be avoiding something suspicious? You gotta realize that you've only made yourself more suspicious.
Of course I realize that.
Well, then can I ask you with all due respect, of course, where exactly have you been? What exactly is going on? Get up. You do know why I'm here, don't you, Professor?
You're out to enforce the law?
Exactly.
Well, I think you shouldn't entrap people in the meantime.
This isn't entrapment. about your hand?
What about my hand? I just reached down to pick up a piece of paper. I reached out with my hand like
What kind
this.
of paper?
It was a letter.
Okay.
What about my hand?
Well, you're not being truthful to me, and I'm a little disappointed right now. I'm doing the same thing here I do with everyone. I try to pull you away from the situation.
Absolutely, I appreciate that.
Everyone I have here tells me the truth. We are respectful to each other. I get what we need. They tell me the truth, and then I send them on their
I
way.
don't want you to send me to jail because I haven't done anything wrong.
I'm not going to send you to jail, but I need you to be respectful right now.
Okay. I do respect you.
Okay. We deal with a lot of people every day.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Well, a lot of these people are bad people. I don't think you're a bad person.
I don't think I am.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I don't want to be lied to. So you're going to be okay. You're going to get out of here. You're going to have to pay a fine. But that's probably it, okay?
Okay.
Now, when you were standing there, did you do anything with your feet?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a fairly small guy. I don't know.
Disappointed, Professor. I'm disappointed hearing with you.
But I don't know. I mean, I just don't remember
I am
these
disappointed,
things. How do you expect
Professor.
me to tell you things that I don't remember? I'd like to go home now. I mean, I know you've got a job to do, but I'd just like to go home.
Would you like to take your shoes off? Go ahead. No, I always get a headache after one of our sessions. You see, Max, I actually live in a place where everyone's a complete phony, except for my dad, and my head aches all the time. And you help me do what I really want to do and become who I really want to be.